Chris again with Growth Mindset Coach. I'm here now. I'm wanting to talk about another way to cultivate a growth mindset culture. So we can do so by gaining clarity on really what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, and what our superpowers are. And I'm gonna be real, like some people don't like to say weaknesses. All these things are just labels. They're just labels. So strengths, weaknesses, superpowers, call them whatever you want, whatever makes you feel good. And I mean, it just kind of makes sense. Like having clarity on what we're gifted at, like our jam, what's our jam? And then being able to operate in alignment with that, get to exercise those strengths, get to grow those weaknesses into strengths, really build ourselves up in a very holistic way. Our superpowers, right? Like that we don't even realize that we do ourselves, right? People have to like tell us and we're like, oh yeah, I guess I just do that. I don't even have to think about it. It just like comes so natural to you. And these are the places where we find our flow, right? When we're deeply connected with the work that we're doing and how we're actually using our energy and what we're using it towards, like that's huge. So, I mean, as leaders and just as colleagues, as peers, like as friends, as family, like to be able to like stretch one another and challenge one another and like, you know, encourage one another, like that's actually really powerful. And that creates a community, a collaborative community that really, I mean, pointing it in a direction, right? When you have that, like, oh man, there's so much that's possible. So, right, we want to be able to find that flow. We want to be able to find that flow together. People grow into the conversations that we create around them. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And so we have to be willing to be honest. We got to be bold and own what we're strong at and be humble. Be humble too, right? There's a line. There's always a line. But also be willing to own what you're willing to improve on and ask people to hold you accountable. Like that kind of environment, it's just so powerful. So, and here's the deal. Right, people's stuff comes up like when they make mistakes, for example, or they're, oh, I got this weakness, like, and they feel shame. And look, like, I get it. The shame, the experience of it, it's real, but the story around it is not. And that's some of the work that we get to help our clients with is really like being able to come from a neutral place, no matter what's going on in the world around them. So I can go on about this, but really knowing and your strengths and your weaknesses and your superpowers and operating in alignment with those, like, that's a great place to start. So I really appreciate your time today, and I'll talk to you soon.